Hey y'all, welcome to Southern Time Cottage. I'm out in the garden this morning and I am going to be planting some carrot seeds. I must confess, I'm sorry, there's a lot of traffic. I guess everybody's trying to get to work. I will confess that while I do love to garden, I am not big on fall gardening. I really don't typically plant a fall garden. But I had all these carrot seeds left that I bought for the spring, and I had so much success growing them. And the truth about carrot seeds is that they really don't keep well. So if you don't use your carrot seeds this year, you're going to have a real low germination rate with them next year. So I thought, let me just go ahead and plant my carrot seeds. Now, I've had really good luck growing carrots, and I attribute that to a few things, which I'm going to talk about as I go through this video. But I want to start at number one. The quality of your seeds really matters. I've gone out and I've bought the seeds at the big box stores, and I've had very low germination rates with them. I ordered these from Johnny's Seeds, and I had probably 100% germination rate with these seeds. They really did well, and they grew so big. Now, the size of the carrot is dependent on a few things, and one of them is what variety are you growing. So if you're not getting big carrots, it may be the variety that you're growing, and it may not have anything to do with any external environmental things. But at any rate, I got these from Johnny's, and I love these seeds. And one of the things I love about them, if you've ever planted carrot seeds, you know they are tiny, and they're brown, and they're very hard to see. But these seeds, I'm going to show you, and I just want to put a few out there, are pelleted. Can you see that? And so they've got a coating on them. And the coating serves two purposes, maybe more, but two for me. They're bigger and they're easier to handle because they're bigger, and you can see them. You can see that you've got the carrot seed in the hole where you want it. So I really like these seeds. Now, one good thing about them being bigger and pelleted this way is I probably will not overplant. I will plant exactly how many at the spacing that I want them. The only reason to plant extra seeds, to plant them thicker, is to allow for maybe a low germination rate. But I'm kind of banking on having the same high germination rate I had in the spring. So I'm not going to overplant. I'm going to plant them at the spacing that I need them so I don't have to come in and thin. Typically, when you plant carrot seeds, you would plant tons of them, and you have to come back and thin them. If you don't thin your carrot seeds, you are going to have little bitty carrots, and you're going to regret that, okay? So that's my number one tip, is the quality of your seeds really does matter. So my next tip that I think has really helped my carrot production and growing big, nice, straight carrots is I grow mine in a barrel. This makes for a softer, fluffier dirt, and it makes it a little easier to amend, and it allows the carrots to grow bigger and straighter, having them grow in this softer dirt. So this barrel, I've already planted in it a couple of times this year. So I need to put some stuff in my dirt to replenish it, to replenish the nutrients. So I'm going to start with earthworm castings. Fruits and vegetables absolutely love earthworm castings. It sounds disgusting to me, but they like it, and that's all that matters, right? So I'm going to take my little scoop of earthworm castings and sprinkle it on. So I'm going to put about 3 scoops on. The next thing I'm going to do, this is my go-to. This is my favorite thing to put on gardens, and that is compost. I don't always use black cow, it depends, but this is what they had at Tractor Supply when I went. So I'm going to put probably a good 2 inches of compost on top of my dirt in my barrel, and I won't mix it in. I will just leave it there and plant the seeds down in it. I do the no dig, no till method, and so I just top my beds with compost, and they love it. So I've got my dirt really well moistened, and now I'm going to go around and poke my holes in the soil so I can put my seeds in. Now I'm going to use this little tool to put the holes in my soil, and it's got a measure on it. I'm going to plant my carrot seeds at about 1 inch depth. You don't have to have one of these. I've measured it, and my first knuckle on my index finger is about 1 inch. So now I'm just going to go back and cover my seeds, and I pack them down lightly. I want the seeds to really touch the dirt. I want them to feel the dirt. I got my whole barrel planted with seeds, and the good news is I have enough seeds. I'm going to plant my other barrel with carrot seeds. So I'm going to have lots of carrots. So I kind of want to recap, give you my tips on growing carrots. So my number 1 tip is seed quality matters. If you're going to take the time to plant them and fertilize them and do all that stuff, go ahead and buy quality seeds. I highly recommend Johnny's, but there are other good seed companies out there. I really like those pelleted seeds. I think they're so much easier to plant. The other thing is, if you are worried about germination rate, you're going to have to overplant. You have to plant extra, lots of extra carrot seeds. If you do that and they do germinate, you have to thin them. If you don't thin them, you're not going to get big carrots. You're going to get little bitty carrots. And again, the size of your carrot also depends on the variety of carrots that you are growing, okay? Mine were Bolero, and they are great carrots to grow. They get really, really big. My other tip is growing them in some sort of container. I just think that it helps you have softer soil and gives them the opportunity to grow bigger and straighter. So I really like that. Make sure you fertilize. I love compost. I recommend growing in compost. The other tip that's very important for carrot seeds, they have to be moist to germinate. I pre-moisten my soil. If you're using those tiny little seeds, you really do want to make sure you pre-moisten your soil, because when you put the water hose on it, they could move around. So I pre-moisten my soil, I plant them, and then I'll probably put a little bit more water on, but I'll be very careful about it. They have to stay moist the entire time while they are germinating, and even then some, okay? But I will definitely come out here every day and sprinkle some water on them. Now, some people use this trick. They will cover their planted seeds with like a piece of cardboard. They will wet the cardboard, get it good and saturated wet, and lay it over them, and that helps keep them moist while they germinate. But you're going to have to check it every day, and as soon as you see them germinating, you got to take that cardboard off, because they have to have sunlight. And if I got to be out here every day checking the cardboard, I'll just be out here watering them. So I'll water them every morning. If it gets really hot, I'll water them twice a day. Right now, our temperature in Georgia has been crazy nice. Hasn't been typical for us. So we'll see. We'll see if it gets hot and sunny again. I'll water them twice a day. Some unique things about carrots. So it's the end of August. It's August 28th when I'm out here planting these. And so they probably will have time to grow big enough, and I'll get to harvest them this year. But should they not get big enough before winter arrives in Georgia, I can just leave them. I can leave them in this barrel. Even if they get big enough to harvest, if I don't need them, I can leave them in this barrel and they will winter over, okay? And then I can come out here during the winter or next spring and pull them as I want them. But for those that don't get big enough right now to pull, I can leave them in this barrel. They will quit growing when the temperatures drop to probably in the 40s. They'll quit growing. But next spring, when the temperatures start coming back up, they'll start back growing again. And I won't have to plant them. So they can just stay right here all winter. Isn't that amazing? I love that. So those are just my top tips for growing carrots. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you'll get out there and dig in the dirt. It's therapy for me. I truly enjoy gardening, and I don't typically do a fall garden, and I wouldn't consider 2 barrels a fall garden by any means. But I thought, hey, I've got the seeds. Let me use them. I don't want to waste them. I'm sure everybody watching this video, if you garden, you know seeds are very expensive. So I want to make sure I get everything I can out of them. Anyway, thanks for stopping by Southern Time Cottage. I always appreciate you guys stopping by and watching my videos. If you like this video, give it a like. If you don't follow me, hit that follow button and you'll get more videos like this. Thanks, guys.